Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to talk about some things that you can do to make your kids being home a little less stressful. If you're like me and you're seeing these things going around Facebook where it's like they've planned their kids' day like it's homeschool and that stresses you out, you're not alone. I mean, I would love to be that mom, but the truth is, I'm not gonna do that. But I also feel slightly guilty of them just watching TikTok and YouTube all day. So here's a happy medium. What I've done is create themed weeks, and every day we're gonna do one family activity as part of that theme. Hopefully educational-ish things, but my kids are so excited for this. I think it's just having that theme week makes it seem cooler than it actually is. I have a 13-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 7-year-old, and they're all things that they will all enjoy. We're 3 days in, and so far it's been a hit. I feel better as a mom that I'm actually providing some sort of structure, but it's manageable enough that I'm actually going to do it. And I put it on the fridge so the kids remind me. They're like, "Mom, when are we gonna paint like Bob Ross?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, we totally gotta do that today, don't we?" And I'm motivated to actually do it. So I'm gonna share these as printables down below, and I'm just gonna share with you what we're doing. So this week, it's Nature Week, which is pretty broad, which is nice. So I read from a book about nature for them for half an hour. Their eyes glazed over, but I felt better about myself. And then, this was so fun. YouTube has all of these Bob Ross tutorials. I'm gonna put a link down below to the one we used. They're free. And I just used some dollar store craft paint and regular printer paper. We got our inner artist on. I'm shocked at how actually good the paintings turned out. I had fun, they had fun, and it was free. And so I definitely recommend doing some Bob Ross tutorials. Even my 7-year-old was like getting into this. And then today we're watching Our Planet. Boring, but also educational, so that's a win. We're gonna go for a nature walk. We're gonna be planting seeds. Now, I don't actually have seeds, so we're gonna be eating oranges and apples, saving the seeds and planting those. Maybe they'll grow, maybe they won't, who cares? That's not the point. The point is we're planting seeds. I'm gonna teach them about germination. We're gonna put them in paper towels first. We're doing the whole thing, and then we're geocaching. So a lot of cities have free geocaching little treasure hunts all over. Check out your city and see if you have one. And then of course, family board game. Fun times. And then next week, we are doing History Week. Fortunately, this involves a lot of movies. So we are gonna make DIY soap and candles. I got supplies off of Amazon to do this for Pioneer Day. We're gonna watch Jurassic Park though for Dinosaur Day. That counts as education, doesn't it? They're learning about dinosaurs. That totally counts. Mom's history lesson. I'm reading from a book for them. We're gonna watch Ice Age. Again, kind of educational. Then we're gonna watch Night at the Museum. Also educational. You're seeing a theme here. Lightly laziness, but also makes me feel better as a parent. They're gonna research one historical person and draw a picture and write a little story about them, and then family board games. So every week I'm gonna make one of these and I'm gonna keep sharing them with you. I'm gonna put this down below if you guys wanna check this out. If you also wanna feel slightly better as a parent now that you're home with your kids, you wanna stop yourself from murdering them and murdering each other and just make it a little more interesting, I think this is a really cool opportunity for you to create great memories for your kids looking back at this scary, stressful time. They're gonna remember all the fun things they did with you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you guys so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. I feel like I've been preparing for this as a small child. I've seen a lot of memes going around on Facebook about how us Generation Xers are like, we got this. And it's kind of true, especially in my case. I grew up with parents that worked all the time. I was a latchkey kid way before it was legal. Like, I'm talking like 8. I was home alone and I was an only child. I have step siblings and half brothers, but they didn't live with me and my mom. And we lived in the country. It was a 20-minute drive to the nearest store. We had no neighbors nearby. I played with dirt and a tin can, like legit, like honestly did. We did have a swimming pool, but it was a lot of imagination station. It was a lot of like me feeding myself breakfast, lunch, and dinner most nights from whatever I could find. My favorite snack was taking the crust off of bread and smooshing it into a ball and then calling it a dough ball. And if I was really feeling fancy, I would stick a slice of cheese inside the dough ball and smoosh a bunch of slices of bread together to make a cheese dough ball. I basically lived off of that for most of my childhood. I mean, I could work the microwave, but laziness. So a lot of PB&J, a lot of just whatever I could find, and I lived. Cold Pop-Tarts, cereal without milk. I lived, and I'm here, and I feel like I'm prepared now for this. My kids are all like, oh, I am so bored. I'm like, you have the fucking internet. You have the internet. I had 3 channels, and they were all news stations. That's what I grew up on. You know what I mean? Like, there was no, you want to talk boredom. You don't know boredom. So I'm ready for this. My kids not so much, but also maybe this is good for them. Just saying. So I'll see you guys next time.